We'll start with the national anthem as we stand. Mr. Chancellor, sir, all protocol observed, and today is our unique third Umma University Graduation. We are going to start our program. I would like to invite our University Imam, Mr. Rashid Golo, to lead us in prayer.
بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. All praises to Allah, the cherisher and the sustainer of the world. O Allah, strengthen our belief, relieve our stress and worry, discharge our debts, heal our sick, ease our suffering, guide our stray, help us overcome our difficulties and conceal our shortcomings so we can withstand the hardships, life hardships, constraints, and difficulties. O Allah, grant us the best of character and make us among those who listen and follow the best of what they listen to. O Allah, the Most High, who deserve to be praised and glorified, we ask you to guide and enrich with your mercy the members of Board of Trustee, the Chancellor, the Council, the Vice Chancellor, the University Management Board, to give them wisdom and knowledge and guide their decision to the best that pleases you. O Allah, bless all those who donated their time, wealth, and intelligence to this university and to other humanity causes. Bless them with their families and their children and their wealth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make them happy in this world and hereafter. O Allah, we ask you for your blessings to be upon all those who graduate today. Bless their lives from this day on with goodness and love. Help them to stay true to their dreams, to use these gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, great love. We pray that as they go out to make the world a better place, they might continue to share their personal and active faith in you. May they continue to respect intellectual values and share the fruit of their knowledge. May their commitment to social awareness and action make a positive difference in this world. May they, through their ongoing growth in wisdom and grace, bring others joy and happiness as they share their talents in the wider world. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to invite our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Idle Farah, to constitute the congregation. Mr. Chancellor, sir, Umma University Statute 32, Article 6 states that the Vice Chancellor shall declare a congregation of a university, a meeting convened for the purpose of conferring degrees and awarding diplomas and certificates. I now, therefore, call upon the Vice Chancellor to constitute the third graduation of Umma University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, Umma University Statute 32, Article 6 states that the Vice Chancellor shall declare a congregation of the university, a meeting convened for the purpose of conferring degrees and awarding diplomas and certificates. I, therefore, now constitute the third congregation of Umma University. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the academic year 2019-2020, we have a total of 443 graduates. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all our graduates for the job well done. We are proud of you. In this group, our Chancellor, sir, we have two best students. The first student is Ifrah Abdinur, who is from the School of Nursing. We have the second best student, who is Abdullah Ahmed Muhammad, who is from the School of Sharia and Islamic Studies. He's doing Bachelor of Arts in Islamic Sharia. So today with us, we have Ifrah Abdinur, who is the best student from the School of Nursing. I would like to invite Ifrah to give her speech. Thank you.
The Chancellor of Umma University, Board of Trustees, University Council, the Vice Chancellor, University Management, faculties, staff members, graduates, and the viewers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good morning. For the benefit of my fellow nursing graduates and the entire medical practitioners, I will begin by admitting that I'm currently experiencing diaphoresis, tachypnea, and tachycardia. And for everyone else wondering the meaning of these terminologies, this translates to profuse sweating, rapid breathing, and rapid heart rate. So please forgive me in case I'm overwhelmed by this joy and start shaking. I would like to take this opportunity to thank those who have attended this great ceremony and those who have been curtailed by COVID-19 pandemic. This marks third graduation ceremony of Umma University. We never thought this day would come. We prayed for its quick delivery as we counted semesters, months, weeks, and hours. I'm Ifrah Abdinur, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. First, let me take this opportunity to thank Almighty Allah for this privilege of being the best student graduating among the class of 2020. As many of you may know, nurses are said to be lifelong learners, continuously expanding their knowledge, advancing their skills, and adapting their practice. As I stand here today, I can't help but think of how far we've come since our roller coaster of learning journey began. This journey would not have been possible without the support of our parents and family members for financial and psychological support. Over the years, I'm sure many of you did not recognize the stressed out, sleep-deprived creatures we transformed into, especially during exam times. I would like also to take this opportunity to thank our lecturers for their mentorship, for putting up with us, and I can say without a doubt that your support, guidance, and the challenges you put before us, despite our many objections, have helped shape us today. This journey would not have been possible without your support too. Last but not least, I would like to thank my friends and colleagues for your support and for everything we went through together. We studied together, proofread each other's work, and understood each other's humor. On behalf of nursing graduates, I thank Umma University fraternity for their support in making us better nurses who will be the future for tomorrow, and we promise that we'll be at the forefront when implementing our services. We salute you and God bless you. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to invite Umma University Vice Chancellor Dr. Idle Farah to address the gathering. Thank you.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. The Chancellor of Umma University, Dr. Abbas Gulaid, members of the Board of Trustees, with the Secretary General present here, Dr. Ismail Hassan, the Chairman of Council, joining us all the way from Kuwait, Dr. Abdul Rahman Al-Muhailan, members of Umma University Council present here and those who are joining us remotely, staff and students of Umma University, graduates, parents, friends and family of graduates. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and good morning. Mr. Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure and delight to welcome you all to the third congregation of Umma University for the purposes of conferring degrees and awarding diplomas and certificates to our 2020 graduates. Some of our esteemed members of Board of Trustees and members of Council are joining us digitally from many different localities in the globe. The entire family of Direct Aid, our gracious sponsor of this university, are also tuned in from Kuwait headquarters and, believe it or not, in over 30 regional offices in Africa. Mr. Chancellor, in the year 2019-2020 academic year, we are pleased to present to you a total of 443 students who have satisfied the Senate for the award of various qualifications for which they enrolled, studied, trained. Among them, we have 337 students from the School of Business and Technology. We also have 94 students from the School of Islamic Studies. We have 12 from the School of Nursing. We have a fairly good balance in gender. A number of them have joined us on Zoom and other platforms, averaging about 55% males and 45% females. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate 443 graduates. Well done, and I pray and wish you well in your future endeavors. Mr. Chancellor, as we can see from the congregation, this is the third cohort of students who are graduating from Umma University, bringing the total number after we have added 443 to 1,940 students who have graduated from Umma University since we attained letter of interim authority in 2013. And the 443 will be the first ones to graduate since we attained our charter. However, I would like to state, Chancellor, that there's a larger group of alumni who are apparently more passionate and more fiercely loyal to Umma University. And these are the students who graduated from the Thika College of Islamic and Sharia Studies since 1997, the mother institution that gave rise and birth to Umma University. The mandate and objectives of any higher institution, Mr. Chancellor, are universal and revolve around several aspects. First and foremost, our great responsibility is to do teaching, training, mentoring, and transferring knowledge to the younger generation to prepare them for the job market and their future endeavors. Secondly, is to undertake research, to create and disseminate new knowledge, to offer knowledge-based solutions to problems afflicting society and humanity in totality, as well as conduct consultancies. Thirdly, a university must do community outreach, corporate social responsibility, and giving back to society. Finally, any university worth its salt must contribute tangibly to the national development goals of the country and the global SDGs or MDGs. Despite the disruptions occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic, Chancellor, we have continued with teaching and learning through online remote teaching. We have also installed a platform for access to our library resources. Evidently, though, the adoption of e-learning is not without its own challenges. About 30% of our students are still not able to access the learning platform for challenges that are not of their own making. Some of our staff as well have difficulties in accessing the learning platform. However, by and large, over 70% of the teaching and learning is ongoing. My gratitude to the academic members of staff who have worked tirelessly and who have adopted so quickly to the e-learning platform, as well as our resilient students who have managed to join the online platform. Mr. Chancellor, over the years, enrollment of students continues to steadily rise at Umma University. We've also added additional study programs, and in September, we'll be joined by another 498 government-sponsored students through the Kenya University Central Placement Board. In 2019, we also initiated the Masters in Business Administration and Bachelor of Education Arts to our new educational programs. Already 2 cohorts of MBA have been admitted, and we are now also at the 3rd cohort for Bachelor of Education Arts. Our signature course that we want to introduce is Islamic and Sharia Studies, and that is just about to be approved. Chancellor, we have also accomplished numerous research projects as well as local and international partnerships, workshops, seminars, conferences, too many to list in such a brief ceremony. Some of these partnerships do include the Ivy Business School, Western University in Canada, Nagasaki University in Japan. However, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, a number of students and lecturers who are supposed to visit us will not be able to do so this year. Chancellor, I would like to pay great tribute to the Africa Educational Development Trust, who have signed an MOU with the Direct Aid International, as well as Umma University, to provide a unique higher education financing, the Umma University Students Support Program. We're also grateful to IIT, this International Institute of Islamic Thought, who have sponsored 2 of our academic staff to undertake PhD from this year. Chancellor, as an Islamic faith-based university, we would like to be at the forefront to provide knowledge-based solutions to interreligious dialogue, interreligious tolerance, cohesion, and social transformation. We have a robust partnership with Tangaza University College, a constituent college of Catholic University of Eastern Africa, and together we have further partnered with Kajiado County on a number of projects on capacity building, training for community leaders, and grassroots administrators. Mr. Chancellor, integration of Islamic education in the form of madrasas to the mainstream competence-based curriculum of Kenya has been a long-standing intractable problem, not just in Kenya, but also in the region. In 2019, Umma University led a continental-wide effort towards finding durable solutions, which culminated in the largest ever international Islamic education conference that was held here in our Kajiado campus the 14th to 16th of December. And I'd like to thank the School of Islamic and Sharia Studies for organizing this. We had about 12 African countries represented and 7 other nationalities from outside Africa. We will all also recall, Chancellor, the mass transfers of secondary and primary school teachers from northern Kenyan counties as a result of the insecurity. Again, this has been too often a repeated cycle. And as Umma University, we're trying our level best to see how we can come up with long-lasting solutions to this. As of now, we have signed a partnership with Wajir County Government to train about 150 teachers per year for the next 4 years. In this partnership, Umma University as well as Wajir County will provide tuition fees for the students. Mr. Chancellor, in health research, we have a number of joint projects that we are doing with a number of universities. The development of a model care for early cancer management. We also have the multi-drug resistant TB in Mombasa. Lastly, but by no means the least, Umma University has led the Islamic National Muslim COVID-19 response team comprising of medical and public health practitioners, academics, religious scholars, imams of major mosques, and leadership of the Muslims in Kenya in general. This national COVID-19 response team is actually chaired by Professor Mohammed Karama, and we are glad that he was able to join us today for this graduation. The deliverables as part of Umma's responsibility to this committee has been a manual guide that gives us clear guidelines on the home-based care and infection prevention in COVID-19 positive patients. And also, there's a guide on how to inter and bury patients that have COVID-19 positive from an Islamic perspective. They are now currently working on protocols for reopening of mosques once the entire national COVID-19 steering committee accepts their report. As I conclude my remarks, Chancellor, Umma University is a member of the African Association of Universities, the Inter-Council Universities of Eastern Africa, the Kenyan Association of Private Universities, and now more lately with the Direct Aid Associated Universities Direct Aid Sponsored Universities Consortium. I would like, and I'm very pleased to announce that the first cohort of nursing students, 9 of them who graduated last year, undertook their national examinations last year, and all of them passed with flying colors. We're grateful that Umma University staff at the nursing school for a good training for our students. And to the 12 who are graduating this year, you have an uphill task because the bar has been set very high for you. As I conclude my remarks, let me once again congratulate the 2020 class. Hard work, discipline, and integrity will be your guiding light to prosperity and success, both here on earth and in the hereafter. It was a really pleasure to have you and a joy to be with you during your term at Umma. And we release you out, trusting that you have been equipped with life skills that you will need. Chancellor, it will be impossible for me to conclude and finish without explaining why we have this kind of a unique graduation ceremony today. We all remember our captivating Cabinet Secretary for Health, Honorable Mutahi Kagwe, with his booming voice. If we continue to behave normally, this disease will treat us abnormally. And so here we are today celebrating a perfectly abnormal graduation ceremony, where face masks have become part of the academic regalia, and we have sanitizers where we used to have our mineral water. However, we have recalibrated that abnormal to now what we are calling the new normal. So now this is the new normal virtual graduation that we are hosting today. Admittedly, we surely miss the fanfare, the color, the pomp, the excitement, the photo ops of graduating students and their parents. But as Theodore Roosevelt has said often, do what you can with what you have right where you are. And such is life. And today we have our first virtual graduation. Thank you, Chancellor, and God bless Umma University. Mr. Chancellor, sir, before I leave the podium, it's my duty and honor to invite the Chairman of Council, Dr. Abdurrahman Muhailan, joining us all the way from Kuwait to make his remarks on behalf of the Council. I hope our technology people will be able to connect us. Thank you very much.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Good morning. All praises are due to the Almighty Allah, who has empowered us to hold this auspicious occasion of the graduation ceremony of Umma University. Congratulations to all of the graduating students of class 2020, together with your parents, guardians, and friends. You have spent your time at Umma brilliantly, and your hard work is today being recognized with this graduation ceremony. I also extend sincere thanks to the Council and Management of the University for ensuring that the academic and administrative operations of the University have been continued despite the COVID-19 global pandemic, which has disturbed in major ways the social and economic lives of all across the world. Indeed, the technology we can keep our education institutes operational in the face of this health crisis. Mr. Chancellor, I wish to ensure you and the government of Kenya that Umma University has strictly adhered to the government directives to curb and contain COVID-19 infection and spread. The university closed its campuses on the 16th of March 2020 and suspended all face-to-face teaching, and the staff members were requested to work from home except for those in the essential services. It is for this reason that we are holding this third graduation ceremony on a virtual platform in line with social distancing and restricting movement across countries and even within Kenya. And away all the public health directives, we still went ahead to ensure continuity in our teaching and learning through our online platform. And I am pleased to report that despite challenges of internet connectivity in the country, we have kept the academic program of the university operational. Alhamdulillah, the 2019-2020 academic year has been a good year for Umma University. Notably, it is the year we attained our long, hard search for charter. We must thank the Commission of the University Education, the Ministry of Education, and His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta for guiding us and approval to award Umma University the charter. It was indeed a great moment of joy and happiness when His Excellency President Kenyatta signed and handed over the charter to you, Mr. Chancellor, on the 18th of October 2019 in the historic city of Mombasa. Additionally, we have seen increased number of students admission and also greater and more output from our university in research, international and national conferences, workshop, symposium. We have relaunched our unique students financing program, the Umma University Student Support Program, UUSSP, in December 2019, transforming it into a much bigger, easier to access fund and with more number of beneficiaries. In 2020, we have a total of 454 students who benefit in all of the categories of scholarship and interest-free loans. We look forward to 2020-2021 academic year to consolidate and build upon the gain made this year. Let me take this opportunity to thank our respected elder and academic, Professor Abdul Ghafoor Al Busaidi, who stepped down as the chairman of the board of trustees. Blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also wish him a good health, inshallah. Professor Busaidi has been a great pillar of strength and has been part of Umma Deen right from its inception. We shall forever be grateful to him. Similarly, let me thank Honorable Senator Yusuf Haji, a wise gentleman, for accepting to take over the chairman of the with Senator Yusuf Haji. We have a great asset, especially from his wisdom. We are also grateful to the Board of Trustees for appointing of the new council in December 2019. And may I take this opportunity to thank the former council members before this new council. And I have met this council, the new council, of the distinguished men and women, and I am confident that they will be injected the much needed impetus and drive to take the university to the next level. Thank you, Chancellor, for ensuring that the third graduation ceremony takes place, and to all those who have worked hard to ensure this graduation become a resound success in the end with relevant regulatory framework as provided by the Commission for University Education. As I conclude my remarks, let me state that ceremony, the third graduation in the 3 years, shall never pass without us spending time to Umma University. The late Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Sumayt, may Allah grant him paradise. We pay tribute to the organization he left behind, which he founded, and that is Direct Aid International, the sponsor of Umma University. May Allah continue to bless the work of Direct Aid and give the strength to all workers and supporters and the donors of Direct Aid. We are very grateful of the full support of the government of Kuwait and the personal leadership and support of His Highness the Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah. Finally, let me congratulate once again the 2020 graduating class. Umma University had indeed prepared you well, and without a doubt, you are ready for the job market. Your effort and hard work have not gone in vain, and we are proud to celebrate you as you receive your degree, diplomas, certificate. May Allah bless Umma University all. Wa salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Thank you very much, Chairman Dr. Uhailan. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now the turn for the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, the Honorable Muhammad Yusuf Haji, who has sent apologies for this morning, and due to some urgent matters that have just come up, on hand to read his speech on his behalf, Chancellor, is Dr. Halima Saado Abdullahi, who is also the Vice Chair of Umma University Council. Welcome, Dr. Halima.
The Chancellor, sir, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the University Council, University Management, students, guardians, and graduates. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good morning. I will read this speech on behalf of the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Honorable Senator Mohammed Yusuf Haji. I am delighted to participate in the third graduation of our university being held as a virtual graduation. Mr. Chancellor, sir, let me first congratulate the entire class of 2020 at this moment when you'll crown their success by awarding them their various qualifications for which they have been trained and recognized. Well done to the graduates, and we wish you all well in your future endeavors. Even though I have been part and parcel of the Umma University Board of Trustees right from its inception, it is my first graduation since I assumed the chairmanship of the Trust Board. I wish to therefore convey my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the Direct Aid International for this appointment and entrusting me with this enormous task. I pray to Almighty Allah to guide me and give me the foresight, just like our founder, Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Sumaid, to lead this first Islamic university in Kenya to greater heights. Thanks also to Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Muhalain, Chairman of the Council, and yourself, Chancellor Dr. Abbas Gulet, and I look forward to your further support to enable the Board of Trustees to provide the necessary guidance to steer the university. Finally, let me pay special tribute to my predecessor, Professor Abdul Ghafur Al-Busaid, an astute leader, a distinguished scholar, and a great mentor to many, who has steered Umma University from its inception in 2013 till when it attained charter status in October 2019. May Allah bless you, Professor Al-Busaid, and grant you good health. Under my leadership, the Board of Trustees, guided by the vision of our founder, Dr. Sumaid, and the noble objectives of our sponsor, Direct Aid International, of service to humanity, with emphasis to the poor, needy, marginalized, and downtrodden, I will work hard to ensure we reach as many young students in Kenya and beyond to access quality education in Kenya. To this end, we are pleased to note that the Phase 2 infrastructure project and the associated sports facility that costed 1.3 billion Kenya shilling is now complete and in use. This imposing building right in front of us stands as a testimony to this. We will be forever grateful to Direct Aid for fundraising for the entire sum of money. Secondly, Direct Aid has signed an agreement with the Umma University Council and Africa Foundation Development Trust, Education Development Trust, to set up a revolving fund of Kenya shillings 1.2 billion under the program Umma University Student Support Program, a unique student financing program offering scholarships and interest-free loans to our students. In 2020 alone, a total number of 454 students are earmarked to benefit from this program. In the interest of internationalization of the university, Direct Aid International is sponsoring students from the rest of African continent to join Umma University. This year, we have received 11 Zambian students under this program. In all the things that we do, we are completely faithful to our core values and our Islamic faith based on ethics to inculcate high moral values and a culture of excellence and well-trained technical students for the job market. As I conclude my remarks, let me thank the Council and the management for ensuring continuity in learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. This virtual graduation is a proof enough to the determination of the management to keep the academic program of Umma University running. Well done. Finally, congratulations once again to the 2020 graduating students. Please represent Umma University whenever your future endeavor places you. Thank you, and please stay safe. Let us all adhere to the COVID-19 preventive intervention. May God bless Umma University. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the year 2019, Umma University got two important certification or recognition. The first one was Award of Charter. The second one was ISO certification. Today with us is Boniface, who is certification manager from Bureau of Veritas, who is going to hand over the certificate, ISO certificate, to Umma University. I would like to invite our Chancellor together with our Vice Chancellor to receive the award on behalf of Umma University. Thank you.
Yes, please. Yeah. Is it visible?
Can you see?
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you, to make your remarks, and also award the diplomas and degrees and confer all that appertains to the students. Welcome, Chancellor.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to you all. I'm delighted to preside over this third historic graduation ceremony of Umma University. This graduation is an addition, and I probably should start again. I just want to say to the Board of Trustees, to the Council, to the Vice Chancellor and the management of Umma University, and for the graduating students, good morning and assalamu alaikum. I'm delighted to preside over this third historic graduation ceremony of Umma University. This graduation edition is unique in more than one way. First, the courtesy of the global COVID pandemic, this will be the first virtual ceremony to the university and the only third in Kenya after Dedan Kimathi University of Science and Technology, as well as Riara University. Secondly, it is the first graduation after the award of the charter to our university. Lastly, this being the third graduation in 3 consecutive years, this virtual graduation is a testimony that Umma University is determined to maintain its academic calendar despite the global crisis of the coronavirus disease. A couple of weeks ago, when the Vice Chancellor, in the company of the Vice Chair of the Council, Dr. Halima Sado, came to brief me that we would need to hold the third graduation in our traditional month of June, I did not hesitate for even 1 second. My response to them was that the proposed date and time, and I'll be there. We have no reason not to graduate our students and their supportive parents who have worked so hard for this day. So here we are, still fulfilling the dreams of our 2020 graduates. To the class of 2020, may I first and foremost offer you my heartiest congratulations to you and thank you and your parents and your guardians for unfailing support that they have given you. Indeed, we are grateful that you chose to study at Umma University, and as you complete your academic journey today, you will forever be a member of the Umma family. So we say thank you and heko kwa kazi njema. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my third graduation to preside over since I was inaugurated to be the Chancellor some 4 years ago. I have seen this institution make remarkable growth over this period of time in terms of students and staff numbers, infrastructure, academic programs, and participation in community engagement. Our magnificent Phase 2 infrastructure projects are complete and in use, as we can see before us this morning. Significantly, our status has now been changed to fully chartered ISO certified university. May I express our collective gratitude to our sponsors, Direct Aid, the respected members of the Board of Trustees under the leadership of Senator Yusuf Haji, a man whose reputation precedes him. The Umma University Council under the chairmanship of Abdurrahman Muhailan, Dr. Muhailan, for wisely steering the university and for providing the massive resources for this exponential infrastructural development. I think not many words can be said on how grateful we are for Direct Aid and our brothers and sisters from Kuwait for having held our hands from inception to where we are today, without whose support we probably would not have seen this university. And I just want to say that we are grateful and will continue to be grateful to them for their continued support. However, the challenge is also on us to make sure that we take over the responsibility of gradually becoming a self-sustaining university. We are grateful to the outgoing chair of the BAT, Professor Abdul Ghaffur El Busaidi, for his long and exemplary services to Umma University until the university got its charter, and to congratulate at the same time Senator Yusuf Haji for taking over the chairmanship of the Board of Trustees. Umma University is indebted to both Professor Abdul Ghaffur and Senator Haji for their long and exemplary and unwavering dedication to ensuring that this first Islamic university in Kenya is fully functional. I mean, really, we should be very grateful to these two distinguished gentlemen who are also leaders of the Muslim Ummah in this country for many, many, many years between them. And although that Professor Abdul Ghaffur has resigned, his heart is still with this university, and may Allah bless him wherever he is. And at the same time, I just also want to say, in our prayers, we should remember today one of the Board of Trustees, Professor Naji, who is not very well and who has been hospitalized in Mombasa. Please let us remember him in our prayers. We will never forget to remember and pray for our founder, Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Sumait, whose exemplary and foresight and vision was the first seed planted Umma University. May Allah reward him immensely and grant him the highest Jannah in heaven. On the 18th October 2019 marks a historic landmark in the history of Umma University, the day that we were awarded the charter. On behalf of our university, let me send our utmost sincere thanks and pay glowing tribute to His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta for graciously approving our charter award and for finding time to personally hand over the charter to us in a benefiting ceremony in State House, Mombasa. We were also forever grateful to the Cabinet Secretary.
This is NTV. I help women find independence.